similar to a lot of the more local meets, it's just we can't seem to catch great weather. Being in Greater Cleveland during spring, where now it feels like March weather, but it's April. Where one day you've got rain, sleet, snow, and the next day you've got 65, sunny and breezy. No excuses. You got to get out there. You got to do the work. And as we're getting close to crunch time with the All Ohio this weekend and with conference the week after that, it's just a tough schedule. It's a tough year in terms of the conference kind of falling a little bit early, and weather not being super cooperative for us these first couple of weeks. But I think you'll make the most of it. I think a lot of people, they go into those competitions with somewhat of a more level head, knowing that the conditions are going to dictate a lot about how they're able to compete to their fullest and whatnot. But we had a lot of really good performances. The women's 5K had a lot of PRs in that, and it was literally in a cold, wet rain where all of a sudden there was a double rainbow and the rain stopped and then the rain came back and then there's sleet. So those girls really battled, and there wasn't a deep competition. So they kind of ran those as time trials almost, which was really impressive. So a lot of good things despite the conditions not being great, and maybe people being not so happy with marks, but they competed well.
We're feeling great. We're all four of us are very excited about this opportunity. It's rare that we get to go to a big D1 school like Bucknell and kind of race against everybody. Like, it's kind of like UAAs in the way that there's no hiding. Everybody's going to be going fast, and it's just a great opportunity to get ready for nationals, try to go after those marks. And we're kind of preparing by just tapering this week, no super hard workouts. We're trying to take that extra 10, 15 minutes after practice for stretching and rolling, and just trying to get mentally locked in. And you can kind of see it as a whole team shift as well. Everybody's getting ready for UAAs, and All Ohio is a big meet as well. So the mood is kind of shifting towards everybody getting excited to throw down some PRs at these meets and hopefully score some points at UAAs.
Weather is always a challenge with outdoor track. It's just part of the game. So we've seen some rain, a little bit of hail, and sunshine all in the same day. It's just something you have to deal with. I haven't looked at the weather coming up, but we'll just take whatever we get. We're pretty excited for All Ohio. It's a chance to run against some better competition than we've seen in the past few meets, and it's just a good opportunity to run fast.
All Ohio, there's a revised format for entry this year, which is a little bit more favorable to getting as many of our athletes to the meet as possible. There's a meet that's happening out at Tiffin this weekend that's going to pull some people away from the All Ohio who would normally go there. And then obviously the Bucknell meet. It's kind of become the mid-season premier competition for the distance events in particular. And so a lot of teams take their best people out there, their national hopefuls and whatnot. And so we've been given the opportunity to do that this year. So we're taking a little group out there to see if we can get that job done and out of the way. And then back in Columbus, the weather looks like it's going to be okay, knock on wood. And so I hope that that spurs a lot of good performances. If nothing else, the psychology of going into your conference meet, hitting a season best that weekend before, I think is a pretty powerful thing. And so I think we're set up for some good things there. We're kind of into taper mode now, where we're really working toward freshening up and putting big races out there on Saturdays. And so I'm pretty optimistic about how it'll turn out this weekend. And then next week's the big one. You gotta, get out there to St. Louis and do some good things there too. So again, short season with the meet being up a little bit tighter to the winter months than normal, but I think we're in a good position to be competitive in both competitions, both the All Ohio and the UAA. So I'm looking forward to it. As long as it's not 36 degrees and raining, I'll be a happy camper this weekend.